Cold open, total silence, then distant fire crackling. Set the mood immediately. War has already happened before we even see it. Smoke, ash, bodies implied, not fully shown yet. Slow emotional build. Introduce Jamie Fraser on the ridge. Focus on his stillness. He's not reacting, he's absorbing. Emphasize emotional exhaustion, not just physical war fatigue. Mention how he's changed from earlier seasons, less hopeful, more burdened. Internal conflict, he knows something is about to go wrong. Cut to Claire Fraser in the medical tent. Overwhelming chaos. Pile of wounded. Not enough supplies. Highlight her efficiency but also cracks forming, small hesitation, heavy breathing, shaking hands. This is not the confident Claire we're used to. Establish stakes. They are losing control of everything. Dwindling medical supplies. Lack of communication between troops. Growing distrust among leaders. Emotional burnout. Introduce wounded soldier scene. Claire recognizes him. Leave slightly ambiguous for tension. Focus on her reaction. Pause. Internal conflict. Eyes reveal history. This is where past and present collide. Emphasize moral dilemma. Saving him could have consequences. Shift back to Jamie. Summoned for a strategy meeting. Tone, tense, quiet, dangerous. No shouting, just controlled anger. Leaders are divided. Some want to retreat, others want to push forward. Underlying theme, betrayal. No one fully trusts each other anymore. Keynote. Jamie realizes, this is no longer a fight they can win. This is survival. Foreshadow the ambush subtly. Unusual silence outside. Guards uneasy. Distant movement not fully explained. Return to Claire. Surgical tension increases. The wounded soldier is slipping away. She must act fast. Hands trembling. This is where her emotional arc peaks before the attack. She is not just saving a life, she is deciding fate. Nightfall transition. Slow pacing. Darkness becomes a character. Sound design important. Wind, distant footsteps, subtle unease. Ambush begins suddenly. Break the silence violently. Gunshots. Chaos. No build-up warning in sound. Make it shocking. Jamie in battle mode. Describe raw brutality. Close combat. Confusion. No clear enemy lines. Survival instinct takes over. Important tone note. This is not heroic combat. It's desperate, messy, terrifying. Claire trapped in the medical tent. Outside chaos versus inside panic. Patients screaming, tent shaking, fire spreading. She must decide. Stay and save the dying soldier, or escape before being killed. This is the emotional core of the episode. Decision moment. Slow it down. Everything around her fades. Focus only on her breathing, her hands, her eyes. She chooses. Keep interpretation open but emphasize consequence over. Return to Claire. Surgical tension increases. The wounded soldier is slipping away. She must act fast. Hands trembling. This is where her emotional arc peaks before the attack. She is not just saving a life, she is deciding fate. Nightfall transition. Slow pacing. Darkness becomes a character. Sound design important. Wind, distant footsteps, subtle unease. Ambush begins suddenly. Break the silence violently. Gunshots. Chaos. No build-up warning in sound. Make it shocking. Jamie in battle mode. Describe raw brutality. Close combat. Confusion. No clear enemy lines. Survival instinct takes over. Important tone note. This is not heroic combat. It's desperate, messy, terrifying. Claire trapped in the medical tent. Outside chaos versus inside panic. Patients screaming, tent shaking, fire spreading. She must decide. Stay and save the dying soldier, or escape before being killed. This is the emotional core of the episode. Decision moment. Slow it down. Everything around her fades. Focus only on her breathing, her hands, her eyes. She chooses. Keep interpretation open but emphasize consequence over action. Absolute darkness. No visuals at first, just sound. Low wind. Distant crackling fire. Faint echo of screams fading into silence. Slow reveal of the battlefield aftermath. Not fully shown, just fragments. Burnt wood collapsing. Smoke drifting across frame. A torn flag barely moving. Introduce Jamie Fraser standing alone on elevated ground. Important tone. Stillness over action. Key emotional notes. He already feels the loss before it's confirmed. He's mentally preparing for something irreversible. He is no longer reacting. He's anticipating tragedy. Camera pacing idea. Very slow push in toward Jamie's face. His eyes tell the story. Exhaustion, grief, dread. Cut to controlled chaos inside the camp before the attack. Introduce Claire Fraser in full medical mode. Details to emphasize. Blood-stained hands. Reused bandages. Lack of proper tools. Quick, efficient movements masking emotional strain. Layer and pressure. Multiple patients calling for help at once. Assistants overwhelmed. No time to rest. Important character shift. Claire is still strong, but cracks are forming beneath the surface. Add subtle detail. She pauses briefly after one patient dies. Just 1 second. But it matters. She doesn't have time to process. The militia prepares for battle against the regulator movement, with tension rising as the outcome feels inevitable and heavy with consequences. Fraser takes full command, burdened by leadership and the knowledge that many men will die. While struggling internally between his duty to the crown and his personal ties to the opposing side. On the other side, Murdoch Fitzgibbons Fraser leads the regulators, turning the conflict into a deeply personal battle for Jamie, where loyalty and family collide. Meanwhile, Claire Fraser prepares a medical station, focusing on saving lives regardless of allegiance. Even as supplies run low and the scale of the coming violence becomes clear, both sides face each other in a tense standoff. But attempts to avoid bloodshed fail, and the battle erupts suddenly into chaos, with gunfire, confusion, and brutal close combat taking over as control quickly slips away. As the fight intensifies, the regulators begin to lose ground due to the militia's stronger organization and firepower. And the turning point comes when Murdoch is shot and collapses, dying in Jamie's arms in a devastating moment that shakes him deeply. Even as he is forced to continue leading throughout the battle, Claire works tirelessly to treat the wounded, overwhelmed but determined, witnessing the full brutality of war, up close as lives slip away around her. When the battle finally ends, the regulators are defeated, survivors are captured, and a heavy silence falls over the aftermath. But the victory feels hollow as Jamie is forced to carry out harsh orders, including punishments and executions, deepening his moral conflict and emotional burden. In the midst of the chaos, Roger Mackenzie is mistakenly identified as a regulator, captured by the militia, and hanged in a shocking and tragic moment that appears to mark his death. However, it is later revealed that Roger is still alive, barely clinging to life, prompting a desperate rescue effort as Claire performs emergency treatment with intense urgency, fighting to save him. Jamie is left confronting the weight of his decisions and the guilt of his mistake, as the episode closes on a somber note, where victory feels empty. Loss overshadows success, and the true cost of war is revealed as lasting trauma that affects everyone involved.